Hey, you ambitious soul. Yeah, you plotting your 2025 domination. You've probably got the spreadsheets, the vision board, maybe even the power suit laid out.
Yeah.
But let's cut to the chase. What's that one thing that consistently throws a wrench in the works? That little, or maybe not so little, voice of self-doubt that kicks in right before you hit send or launch. That's the internal chatter we're tackling head on today.
Right.
Because let's face it, your biggest bottleneck in 2025 might not be some external force, but rather some seriously outdated wiring inside your own brilliant brain. Ready for an upgrade.
Absolutely. And forget the fluffy affirmations for a minute. We're diving deep into the practical toolkit from Nick Trenton's Stop Overthinking, but with a laser focus on what truly matters for you. The entrepreneur, the high achiever, navigating the unique landscape of 2025.
Exactly.
Think of this as us extracting the mission-critical code you need to rewrite those limiting inner programs.
Mission-critical code. I like that. Our mission today is to hand you the precise techniques, the actual mental hacks, to finally silence that inner critic.
That voice, yeah.
We're going to equip you to get laser focused amidst all the digital noise and, the AI evolution.
It's a lot.
And to build genuine, unshakable resilience as you grab those opportunities. 2025 is definitely going to throw your way. So, less overthinking, more doing. That's the plan.
Let's do it. So to get us started, maybe we should dig into the why. What makes our brains so prone to getting stuck in these overthinking quicksands?
Okay, yeah, good starting point. So our first core insight tackles that directly. We're talking about deprogramming your mental defaults.
Deprogramming.
We're getting crystal clear on your cognitive distortions. Now, Nick Trenton in Stop Overthinking does a fantastic job outlining these. Think of them as the brain's little reality-twisting glitches.
Glitches, yeah, like faulty code.
Exactly. We're talking all or nothing thinking, that black and white view. Either massive win or total failure.
No in between.
None. Then there's overgeneralization. One tiny hiccup makes you think, oh God, everything's falling apart.
That's catastrophizing, basically.
Totally. And we've got internalizing or externalizing blame unfairly, discounting your wins like they were just luck.
Oh, that's a big one. Imposter syndrome fuel.
Huge. And emotional reasoning, where your feelings just dictate what's true, even if the facts scream otherwise. Spotting these is the crucial first step, right?
Precisely. And in 2025, this pressure cooker environment, it just amplifies these distortions, doesn't it?
Oh, massively.
Think about AI advancements. It's so easy to slip into catastrophizing, imagining the absolute worst for your industry, your job.
Yeah, the robots are taking over my business tomorrow, kind of thing.
Exactly. And the hyper-visibility in the creator economy, every little perceived slip-up feels like it's under a massive spotlight, which just fuels that all-or-nothing thinking. So understanding these distortions isn't just interesting psychology. It's your first line of defense against bad decisions and, honestly, burnout.
Okay, so here's where the rubber meets the road. Let's make it practical. We're calling this your 2025 Distortion Audit.
Audit, okay. Actionable.
For the next week, just take a few minutes, end of the day, jot down one negative thought or assumption, the one that caused you stress or stopped you taking action. Just one.
One. Keep it simple.
Then, and this is key, slap a label on it. Was it all or nothing? Overgeneralization, emotional reasoning, be specific,
Got it. Identify the glitch.
Then, play detective. What evidence actually contradicts that thought? Seriously, look for it. What's a more balanced, more realistic way to see it? And we're aiming for accuracy here, not toxic positivity.
Right, not just pretending everything's rosy. It's about seeing clearly. Let's paint a picture. Imagine Ben. Maybe he's a coach in 2025.
Again, the coach.
He sees competitors launching these super high-tech, AI-driven programs. His immediate thought, my simple approach is dead. I'm going to be irrelevant soon.
Oof. Yeah, I can see that happening. Classic comparison trap.
Totally. That's textbook overgeneralization, maybe some catastrophizing mixed in. But if Ben uses this distortion audit, he challenges it. He asks, hang on, are my clients actually getting results now? Do they value the simpler personal approach I offer? Maybe those fancy programs are overkill for my ideal client.
Right, that shift in questioning, it moves him from panic mode to actually, assessing his strengths realistically.
Exactly, he gets grounded, which flows perfectly into our second strategy for 2025.
Okay, what's next?
Mastering your focus. Anchoring yourself to what you can actually control amidst the chaos. Nick Trenton puts it so well, something like, anxiety often comes from feeling powerless.
Yeah, that rings true.
By directing your awareness toward actions within your control, you reclaim your agency. It's about consciously choosing where you put that mental energy.
That is so paramount in 2025. I mean, think about the whirlwind, right?
Yeah.
Economic shifts, AI doing who knows what next week, algorithm changes.
You're constant flux.
Yeah, right. Fixating on those things you can't directly influence. It's just a recipe for stress, for paralysis. Being able to clearly see, okay, this I can impact, that I need to navigate. That's a genuine 2025 superpower.
It really is. So we've got another practical tool, the control inventory and action cycle.
Control inventory. Okay, I'm ready.
Each week, list out maybe 3 to 5 of your biggest business worries or goals. Just get them down on paper.
Okay.
Then 2 simple columns, within my control and outside my direct control. Be really honest and specific.
So like if I'm worried about leads, within my control might be send 10 outreach emails, optimize landing page. Outside is competitor launching something huge.
Perfect. Exactly like that. Then, for each warrior goal, look at your within my control list and circle the single most impactful item. Just one.
One thing, the biggest lever.
That's your laser focus for the week. That's where your action goes.
Okay, simple but powerful. What about the stuff in the outside my control column? Just ignore it.
Not ignore, but consciously practice acceptance. This isn't giving up. It's acknowledging reality.
Right. And then channeling your energy into your response. How do you adapt? How do you pivot? Those are the levers you can pull, even when the external situation is, messy.
Yeah, think about any leader navigating a massive disruption. They can't turn back time.
Nope.
But they can focus on their product strategy, their team culture, how they communicate with customers. They focus on their internal levers. Makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Now, okay, what about those moments when the overthinking wave just crashes over you?
Yeah.
You need something instant.
Yes, an emergency eject button. This brings us to technique number 3, straight from Stop Overthinking, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique.
Ah, a classic, and for good reason.
Right. Nick Trenton describes it as a super effective way to hit the mental reset button. It reconnects you with your senses, pulls you right back into the present. It's like a quick circuit breaker for those spiraling thoughts.
And it's so incredibly relevant now in our hyper-connected, always-on 2025 world, isn't it?
Tell me about it. We're just constantly bombarded, information overload, juggling a million digital things. It's fertile ground for mental clutter and those awful overthinking cycles. You need an instant way to short-circuit that.
Okay, let's give people the how-to. We'll call it the 2025 Peak State Protocol.
I like it, protocol.
The second you feel that familiar tightening in your chest, the racing thoughts, the what-ifs starting their loop, that's your cue.
Don't wait. Do it then.
Immediately engage 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First, name 5 things you can actually see right now. Your screen, a plant, a crack in the wall, whatever.
5 things seen.
Then 4 things you can physically feel. Your feet on the ground, the texture of your shirt, maybe the cool air.
4 things felt. Okay.
Next, tune in. 3 things you can hear. The computer hum, traffic outside, your own breathing.
3 sounds. Yep.
Then 2 things you can smell. Maybe coffee, hand lotion, or just the air in the room.
2 smells. Almost there.
Finally, 1 thing you can taste. Lingering coffee, mints, or just a neutral taste in your mouth.
1 taste. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done.
Boom. Sensory reset.
And what's so cool about this, it's not just a distraction, right? It actually shifts your brain activity. It pulls focus from the emotional reactive part, the limbic system, the fear center.
Yeah.
And it re-engages your prefrontal cortex, your logical thinking CEO brain.
Okay, so it literally calms the panic center and wakes up the rational part.
Exactly, which makes it invaluable not just for overwhelm, but like right before a big pitch or leading a tough meeting, or even after a setback when you need to get clear again.
Totally. Imagine a content creator, right? About to publish something they feel is a bit risky. Imposter syndrome kicks in hard.
Oh yeah, they're gonna hate it.
Right. They take a breath, run through 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice the keyboard feel, touch, the website logo, site, laptop, fan, sound. That little sensory snapshot just yanks them out of the fear spiral.
Lets them hit publish with more clarity. Love it.
Okay, one more big one. How do we proactively build a better inner world?
Right. Let's talk about cultivating a more supportive inner dialogue and actually, testing the beliefs that might be holding you back without you even realizing it.
Testing beliefs. Sounds interesting. This is our 4th key insight.
Exactly. It's about scripting your own success story, partly through better self-talk, and then running small experiments to check your assumptions. Nick Trenton talks about this refining self-talk helps maintain that supportive inner voice. And testing beliefs through real-life outcomes can either prove or disprove those harmful thoughts. It's like hypothesis testing for your mindset.
I like that. Hypothesis testing. And this feels so crucial in 2025, especially if you're a solopreneur or a creator. That internal echo chamber can get really negative really fast.
Totally. And fears about visibility or judgment or failure often come from beliefs you've never actually put to the test. You got to be your own best coach, but also like a relentless scientist about your own assumptions.
Your own coach and scientist. Okay, so let's get practical again. The identity scripting and small bets action plan.
Yes. First part. Craft your 2025 success identity statement. Short, like 3-5 sentences, present tense. Describe successful entrepreneur you are committed to being.
Okay, give me an example.
Something like, I am a resilient and innovative leader. I embrace challenges as growth opportunities. I consistently deliver exceptional value and confidently share my unique perspective. I learn fast and adapt effectively. Something like that.
Powerful. Written down, present tense. What do you do with it?
Read it. Morning, evening, before anything tough. Let it really sink in. You're programming that identity.
Okay, identity scripting. Then the small bets part.
Right. Now you design small bet behavioral experiments. Pick a limiting belief. Maybe nobody will pay high ticket for my services, or my audience only likes short videos.
Okay, got a belief. Then what?
Create a tiny, low-risk test. For the high-ticket belief, maybe offer a premium price to just 2 qualified leads. See what happens. For the video length, try one slightly longer video. Track the engagement.
So it's not about proving yourself right immediately. It's about collecting data.
Exactly. Data collection over perfection. What does the real world say? This feedback either supports, challenges, or helps you refine that initial belief. You adjust your self-talk and your strategy based on evidence, not just fear.
Yeah, you think about those super successful entrepreneurs who seem fearless making offers or trying new things. They're probably not fearless. They're just constantly running these small experiments, learning from the data, and their self-talk is likely aligned with that learning process. Okay, that didn't work. What did I learn? Try this.
Precisely. It's a mindset of iteration fueled by real feedback. So ultimately, thriving in 2025 isn't about just muscling through with the same old mental roadblocks.
No, it's about intentionally upgrading your internal operating system. That overthinking, the self-doubt, those loops, they aren't permanent. They're learned patterns.
And the fantastic news is anything learned can be unlearned and replaced with something better, something more empowering.
You definitely now have some incredibly powerful, practical tools. Distilled from Nick Trenton's work, but really sharpened for navigating 2025 as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, these aren't just theories, they're practical techniques.
So let's make a pact, you and us. Stop being a victim of your mind. Start being its architect. Pick just one technique from today.
Just one to start.
Commit to practicing it consistently for the next 7 days. Notice the small shifts. Because those small, consistent efforts, they build into massive transformative changes.
Absolutely, because the entrepreneur who truly wins in 2025 and beyond isn't just the smartest or the one with the most funding.
Who is it then?
It's the one who has intentionally wired their brain for clarity, for resilience, and for decisive, focused action.
The intentionally wired brain. I like that. So we're putting it to you listening right now. Which one of these brain rewiring techniques are you going to commit to this week?
Seriously, think about it. Which one resonates most? Head over to wherever you connect with us, comments, social media, whatever, and let us know. Let's build a community of action takers.
Support each other, upgrading these internal operating systems. And hey, if you're ready to ditch the generic advice and build a brain that's truly wired for 2025 success,
make sure you subscribe. Don't miss our next deep dive into more 2025 proof strategies.
we are genuinely excited to see the incredible future you're building starting right now with a clearer, more focused, and way more resilient you.